The British Parliament has debated Prime Minister Sunak's Rwanda bill and will come to a decision amid deep divisions on the issue. Sunak hopes the new legislation will boost his 2024 bid and help him fulfill his Stop the Boats pledge. But why is this bill so significant for Sunak, the Conservative Party and also voters? Let's break it down on WION'S Power Explainer. Firstly, why is immigration such a key issue in Britain? Taking back control of borders and ending the free movement of people was a major factor that led Britain to leave the European Union. And polls show it remains one of the most important issues for voters. Just last year, more than 29,000 people, unauthorized migrants, entered the country from across the English Channel. Now, the next question is, what is Britain's Rwanda plan? The Rwanda scheme was first proposed in April of 2022 by then Prime Minister Boris Johnson. It was designed to deter migrants from coming to Britain illegally. Under the plan, anyone who arrived in Britain illegally after January 1st, 2022 would be sent to Rwanda. But the plan was met with challenges before the first flight could take off. The first deportation flight was blocked by European judges in June of 2022. The UK Supreme Court then unanimously upheld a ruling that the scheme was unlawful because migrants were at risk of being sent back to their homelands or to other countries where they would be at risk of mistreatment. Despite no deportations taking place, Britain has already paid Rwanda millions of pounds, and while Britain hopes to send thousands of migrants, at the moment Rwanda only has the capacity to take a few hundred. Now, why is the Rwanda policy so important to Sunak? After becoming Prime Minister in October last year, Sunak made Stop the Boats one of his top 5 priorities. Britain is currently spending more than £3 billion a year on processing asylum applications. Further, the cost of housing migrants runs at about £8 million a day. To address these issues and the problems faced by the Rwanda plan, Sunak came up with his Rwanda bill, the new emergency bill, and it would affirm that Rwanda is a safe country for refugees. If passed, Sunak says flights to Rwanda will begin early this year. The government has said that it might not be compatible with the European Convention on Human Rights. It disapplies some sections of Britain's Human Rights Act and allows ministers to ignore rulings from the European Court of Human Rights. Now, this has angered Sunak's conservative critics, who have warned that they will vote down the bill. They say that they would not support a bill which put Britain in breach of international law. Even if Sunak gets the bill through the House of Commons, the legislation could still be held up by the House of Lords. Now, that would prevent it from becoming a law before next year's election. And remember, the Labour Party, which is ahead in opinion polls, has pledged to scrap the policy if it wins the election.
Can I send my best wishes to the honourable member and his father, also, and all those suffering?